I was going to try to make some clever opening line for this video or do something creative, but I am in shock right now because this is the first time I've ever done this, the first time I've ever talked about something like this. Maybe one of the first times in NASCAR history or in a long time it's happened. The winner of the race, Denny Hamlin, failed post-race inspection and has been disqualified from the race. So, usually, in that case, it means the second place winner has won the race. Well, Kyle Busch finished second. And do you know what happened to Kyle Busch? He got disqualified for failing inspection. So let's go to third place. How about third place? Chase Elliott, he passed post-race inspection. So the guy who finished third on the track led the same amount of laps as me today, won the race because the top two got disqualified. This is a first for me, folks. I don't know what to say to this one. So now all that stuff I said about Denny Hamlin being ahead of Jeff Gordon on the all-time Pocono list, throw it out the window. Jeff Gordon is still tied for first on the all-time Pocono wins list. For real though, as a Gordon fan, I'm thrilled. But you know, you don't know how to react to this one. So, in case this is not April Fool's, so here's the official NASCAR post. The number 11 and 18 cars have been disqualified following post-race inspection at Pocono Raceway. Chase Elliott has been declared the winner of today's race. Then, the reasoning. I gotta admit, I'm not a tech person. I had to Google this stuff. The infraction was with aero in the front fascia. Fascia or fascia, according to the internet. Either one of those pronunciations works. There really was no reason why there was material there that shouldn't have been. Cup Series Managing Director Brad Moran said, cars are going to the NASCAR R&D, the research and development. So that, the front fascia, the one thing I found on the internet about it was this picture from the paint scheme of the 2014 playoff car. And it looks like it's the splitter or something on the front of the car. And it was illegally modified. They said there was material there that shouldn't have been, so maybe they added on a part, added something obviously aero-wise, but this is a big deal. Like, we've seen guys lose wins before, but that was all before the new rules came in a couple of years ago, where basically if you fail post-race inspection, you lose everything. You lose the points, the playoff points, the record book win, the money, the trophy, you lose everything. Whereas in the past, it just used to be, remember the word encumbered with Joey Logano in 2017. He won that Richmond race, but it was encumbered. He still got to keep the trophy. They still got the winnings, but they didn't get the playoff points. They didn't get the secure playoff spot, and it came back to bite them because Logano had a horrific year after that and missed the playoffs. So it used to be you got to keep half of the win, but you lost half of the win. And in Logano's case, it hurt him a lot. Some other examples, I think Denny Hamlin happened to him in Darlington in 2017, Kevin Harvick in Texas in 2018. But ever since the new rule, we have not seen this in the Cup Series where the winner of the race on the track, the guy who finishes first, ends up disqualified and gets nothing and ends up finishing dead last. So this is new. This is a huge deal because, like, NASCAR is not messing around. And the thing that's different is that the next gen, like, there's a lot of parts that are, like, come from a third party or something. Like, teams can't make the parts and they can't modify certain parts of the car. So I'm wondering, like, is this one of those parts on the car that is not allowed to be made by the team or modified by the team that Joe Gibbs Racing modified? And if so, like, have they been doing it all season? Is this like a one-time thing? Is this an accident? Is this like a 1 in a million chance? I don't know, but there's two conspiracy theories that are going crazy right now. Number one is the people who always yell them cheating Toyotas. Those people are going crazy right now, and also the Mickey Mouse Chase Elliott people are going crazy right now. So here's the updated results. We went through the results earlier. We're not doing that again. There you go. Chase Elliott's your winner. It's instead of a Joe Gibbs 1-2, it's a Chevy 1-2-3. Elliott, Reddick, Suarez. McDowell ends up 6th. Bubba ends up 8th. Jones ends up in the top 10. Austin Dillon ends up in the top 10. Ty Gibbs gets 16th in his debut. And in all of this, the irony, Denny Hamlin took out Ross Chastain. He ends up winning. Well, actually, Chastain ends up finishing ahead of him. Bob Pogger says at this time, no additional penalties beyond the disqualification, but the cars are going back to the R&D. Assuming there was an appeal, the appeal of a disqualification is an expedited. Ugh, my English is tough sometimes. Appeal and likely would be heard this week. So Joe Gibbs Racing is allowed to appeal both the penalties for both of their cars to try to overturn the outcome of this penalty, to try to get the race one back. That would be crazy. Like if on Thursday they announced, actually Chase Elliott didn't win the race. Denny Hamlin and Kyle Busch, they did nothing wrong. They're actually the winner. That would be insane if we did this back and forth, you know? Sunday at, when did the race end? Like 6 o'clock? At 6 o'clock, oh, Denny Hamlin's the winner. Sunday at 8 o'clock, Chase Elliott's the winner. Thursday at 3 o'clock, Denny Hamlin's the winner again. Could you imagine? But this is huge. This is crazy. One of the craziest things I have seen in my NASCAR fandom, which has been going on for over a decade. This is a new one, I gotta say. We've seen disqualifications from like P2, P3, P4, you know, but to see a win get fully taken away is pretty crazy. I can't believe it. Chase Elliott, winner at Pocono, didn't lead a single lap. That's got to be some NASCAR record, but wow, I'm shocked. Curious to see what Joe Gibbs Racing does. Curious to hear more about this part, because there are some things that NASCAR is like really strict about in terms of the new next-gen parts. Like we saw Keselowski get hit hard with that penalty, and that was a L2 penalty, and L3 is like death penalty basically. So depending on how big this is, like could it potentially be like death penalty, which could be like you get banned from the playoffs, I think. So if it's that extreme, we could have more playoff chaos. But as for now, I don't know. That's got to be crazy. That's one of the craziest things I've seen. I can't believe this is happening. I've never done a video like this. I remember a couple of years ago we did one on Eric Jones getting disqualified from like 4th. So yeah, Chastain ends up winning stage 2. Yeah, Kyle Busch disqualified, so Chastain wins stage 2. Finishes ahead of Hamlin. that's so ironic. And Chase Elliott is your winner at Pocono. How about that? We talk about NASCAR on here a lot, as I said, so leave a like, subscribe, share with your friends, family, others who like racing. We talk about racing a lot. And obviously, any updates on the penalties, any updates on the appeals, or any other kind of thing that has to do with the post-race inspection, the R&D center, anything like that, I will let you know in a timely manner. This is a big one, folks. The top 2 were disqualified, and the 3rd place car was the winner.